So good morning.
Morning.
We are on a very different beach this morning. So we arrived back from Aruba 5 days ago. It was a bit of a shock to the system. Amazing holiday. So we live in South Wales. We're Mr. and Mrs. G, and we're from a trip called Wander. And the reason we're called a trip called Wander is because we love to wander wherever we go. So we've started to make content of our lifestyle and travels. So just to give you a little bit of a background, our children all grown up, leading their own lives. Triplets actually, 2 boys and a girl, which was a challenge at times, but marvellous as well. And 18 months ago we moved to South Wales. We downsized, we've been renovating a small property which we call hashtag Little House on the Hill. And our life has slowed down as we approach retirement. Mr. G is semi-retired from the NHS, so both of us have a long history of working in the NHS and third sector in mental health and helping people with substance misuse problems. And currently I'm a manager in South Wales for a local charity in Wales which works with social change and mental health, and I manage some teams locally in Swansea. So every morning we start our day with a walk on the beach, and our dog George loves it, so we'll just show you our local beach.
Hi. So what we're going to do after this walk is the do's and don'ts of Aruba. Are kind of like top 10 probably we could think of. So the do's and don'ts, I think I might struggle to find some don'ts, but anyway, we'll give it a go. See you soon.
So now we're back in the UK, we wanted to do a quick video, didn't we, of our do's and don'ts, and also some recommendations really for our time in Aruba. So we'll start with the do's, will we?
Yes, and let's be honest, they are written up there because we can't remember them all. So if you see us flicking up, we do have to read them. Anyway, let's go. Do's.
So do's, right, first of all, when you arrive on the island or before you travel to Aruba from the UK, we would definitely recommend getting a SIM card that you can use in Aruba. So we didn't do this, and we did come unstuck the day that we had a breakdown with the rental car, and we had contacted the rental company, and then they were unable to get hold of us because our UK provider had blocked our SIM. So definitely get a SIM. That was a big mistake for us. I guess packing sunscreen. So Aruba ask you to use reef safe sunscreen. We did buy sunscreen in the UK and take it with us. It caused a lot of weight in our case. In fact, my case went over and Mr. G had to pay £65, but I blame it on the sunscreen. But when
Don't blame on the sunshine.
don't blame it on the sunshine. When we ran out of sunscreen over there, it was really expensive. It was $30 a can, was the cheapest I could find. So definitely pack loads of sunscreen when you go. To use Maps.me to get around the island. So we found this was like fantastic because we had a rental car. We could put all the destinations into Maps.me without using any data, and it got us there every day, didn't it?
Yeah,
it was
great.
fantastic. The other apps to use is the Aruba Smart.
1 second. Aruba Smart app.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Mr. G. That was really good. And also you can download a couple of apps for ordering food, GG to go, and also, what was the other one called? Aruba to You. So both of those we used when we were on the island. Really fantastic. Bit like Uber or Deliveroo. And we ordered food from restaurants that it would have been really expensive to eat at the restaurants, and we got cheaper delivery in the hotel, so that was amazing. What else have we got on our list? to travel, get out of the resort.
Oh, good. Definitely get out of the resort.
Absolutely amazing. Get out and wander. Oh, by the way, we're called a trip called Wonder.
Nice segue.
Yeah, nice segue. And the reason for that is because we love to wander. So whatever country we go to, we've never been ones for sitting still. We like to go out and see the country and see how the locals are living and try local food.
It's very safe to do so as well. We just went off
So
everywhere on
safe.
our own, all the way around the island, so it's definitely safe to do it.
There was never a time when we felt unsafe or we witnessed any crime. It was amazing. So please do that. Don't stay in the resort because you're missing so much. And you can get around by car. We rented a car for most of the holiday. It's always expensive when you add the extra insurance, isn't it? But the actual rental car wasn't overly expensive for Aruba. You can go by bus and you can go by taxi. You can get right around the island. It's only a small island. If you want to avoid crowded beaches and days when it's really busy, when the cruise ships are in, do go and explore the beaches that the locals use. So we did that, and on a couple of occasions we literally were the only ones on the beach, and we had a great time. We found like spots that were just breathtaking, weren't they? We've never experienced anything like it, and we were able to go in the sea and snorkel. Do remember though that although the waters look calm, don't they, in a lot of areas, there is a cheeky little undercurrent, and it can knock you off your feet. It really can. So if you're not a strong swimmer, don't go out too far. I'm not a strong swimmer, and I could really feel it at times, and so could you, couldn't you? In fact, I drifted off at one point, and Mr. G thought I was off to Venezuela. I think he was quite glad about that at some points. Do ask for help, you know, like don't avoid asking locals. They're so helpful. It really is one happy island, and everyone we spoke to, everyone we met was super friendly, and we got tips off a lot of American people that we met along the way. And the other big recommendation is do look up Travel Like Aruba. So they're on Facebook.
100%.
And we hired 2 chairs that reclined slightly, didn't they? A parasol, which was easy to put up, although it did cause Mr. G to sweat a little bit in the heat. And what else did we hire? Oh, a pull-along cool box, which was amazing because you do need to take lots of fluid with you everywhere you go. Do remember that you're going to need that fluid, and on the day when our car broke down, although we were near a bar and we could have purchased fluid, if you were somewhere without money, it's really dangerous not to stay really hydrated. Okay, so we're going to go on to some of our don'ts. Go on, Mr. G.
So the first thing is don't stay at the resort that you're in. I would actually say don't go all inclusive, because if you do, you're going to feel really bad about leaving a resort because you're just going to be there to use the food and the drink that you've paid a lot of money for. Don't do it. Just don't, because there's so much to see and it's so safe, as we said before. Go for an Airbnb or rent your own place. That would be my idea, definitely, because you don't want to be staying in all inclusive, because you will feel like you need to use it, and just don't do that. Really don't. Get out and have a look around. The country's amazing. It is basically paradise, and there isn't many places you can say that, but it definitely feels like paradise, so it's unbelievable.
And we had a real treat for our 21st wedding anniversary, so we said in our previous videos, but we've looked, and for a fraction of the cost you can have the most amazing villa with private pool for 2 weeks vacation, so definitely do that. Don't take Arubian florin. So I got super excited because I bought 300 Arubian florin. 600 Arubian florin for £300, and we took a mixture of American dollars, didn't we, and Arubian florin. And actually, the shops and bars don't want you to spend
No.
florin. They want you
It's
to
their own
spend
money
dollars.
that they really didn't want it. You could tell they weren't overly happy.
We
but
didn't take much with us,
No,
so
luckily.
don't bother doing that. Just have dollars with you. Don't think that the sun's going to be like European destinations like the Mediterranean. Oh my goodness, never experienced anything like it, and for the first time in my life I burn and I don't burn. So you have to be super careful, don't you?
You do.
It's a different kind of heat.
Very much so. So I'm looking up and just see what's next. So, oh yes, and with the sun, don't go out without fluids. A lot of fluids. You really do need to drink. With fluids, I mean water, not beer and stuff.
No.
But fluids, you need to drink. We probably drink around 3 litres all day of water.
Yeah,
You just
if
can't
not
get
more.
enough.
Yeah, it was just, I've never drunk so much in my life. Don't avoid trying local food, like it's really lovely. It's very much the restaurants over there are, I felt anyway, were targeted at the Americans because it's an American holiday destination. But actually we were craving, you know, like vegetables and salads and green. The food was very beige at times. But if you try the Arubian
good,
food,
it's good,
it's
it's good.
really good. Mr. G tried the hot sauces and they were hot. I only tried a tiny bit and it was too hot for me.
Watch yourself. Don't put a big spoonful on because
No.
you'll end up going through the ceiling.
Please go to the supermarkets as well. Both Superfood and Ling & Son were the two that we went to. Our favourite was Ling & Sons.
Definitely.
But food is very expensive.
Extortionately expensive.
If you buy the local Arubian brands, we found that
They're a little cheaper, but it's all still dear. Whatever you buy is going to be expensive. Nothing. It's an island, and every single thing they have is basically imported. So you're going to have to suck that up because there's nothing you can do about it. And if you're going to go there, there's no point kind of complaining because you should know that before you go. It is going to be expensive, and you do need more money than you would say going to somewhere in Europe.
We said this earlier, but don't always eat out in the restaurants, especially if you've got a budget. They are expensive, and you need to tip in the way that the Americans tip. So what we found was there was a culture for tipping for everything. For example, when I went to the pharmacy after seeing a doctor over there was a tip box in the pharmacy, there was a tip box in the doctors. There's tip boxes everywhere. And you need to budget for that. And in the restaurants, you're expected to leave a 15 to 20% tip. And in the UK, we sort of choose what we want to tip. So you can have that restaurant's food by using the apps I spoke about earlier and having it delivered to your hotels, which we did on a couple of occasions. The food was amazing, but it was a fraction of the cost. And don't forget as well, when you're ordering takeout, there's a $7 service charge for each delivery, and then a $7 delivery charge, so $14 on top. Yeah.
We're going to come back in a second and do beaches and restaurants.
We are going to do beaches and restaurants. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other videos. See you on the next one. Bye for now.